Welcome. Today we talk about the impact of sperm on recurrent miscarriage. I'm Dr. Anil Godi from Fertility Plus, London. What is recurrent miscarriage? When two or more pregnancy losses occur in the first trimester, it affects about 1 to 2% of couples. For many, all the usual tests in women come back and there's no clear explanation. Traditionally, the man's role is checked with a standard semen analysis, and it's believed that if there's a pregnancy, the test and the sperm should be normal. Then we check the count, motility, morphology. That all being normal, we'll say, well, everything is fine and there is no role of the sperm. This study asks a simple but important question. What if the problem is hidden in the DNA inside the sperm? Not how the sperm look or how they swim. Researchers studied 100 men whose partners attended a recurrent miscarriage clinic and compared them to 81 proven fertile sperm donors. The miscarriage couples had a median of 4 losses, and the men were a bit older, around 35 versus 26 in donors. The key innovation here was using the comet analysis. We literally put DNA out of sperm cells and measured how many trails out of a comet tail. More tail equals more damage. They used two versions of the test, one called the exact alkaline assay, measuring total DNA fragmentation, both single and double-strand breaks, and the other, the extend neutral assay, focusing on double-stranded breaks, the more dangerous kinds, which comes to embryo development and miscarriage. The results were striking. Men in a miscarriage group had more global DNA damage, median 30% versus 25% donors, but the real separation came from the double-strand DNA damage. On the neutral assay, the average damage score was about 6.18 in miscarriage men versus 4.05 in donors. And the incidence measure and the proportion of sperm with significant DNA strand breaks was 11% versus 2. Here's the punchline for clinicians and couples. Among 66 miscarriage clinic men whose sperm was normal by WHO standards, 61% had high total DNA fragmentation, and just over half had high double DNA damage. In other words, normal sperm does not mean a normal DNA. So what can we take away? First, recurrent miscarriage should be approached as a couple's condition, with the male partner fully investigated. Second, double-stranded DNA fragmentation of sperm should be used using standardized tests. And thirdly, we need to look at new trials. For long, we've always put the focus on women being at the investigations being at the cause of recurrent miscarriage, but it may be time to investigate the sperm a bit further.